Welcome to Voice of the Inland Empire, your weekly adventure into the who, what, where, and why of our Southern California communities. And today we have a special treat. We are going on location with the original Renaissance Pleasure Fair. Now, I have truly been going to this event for over 20 years. It's been around for 53, and we're going to be on site meeting some of the people that bring the Renaissance era to life. Now, if you'd like to learn more about the show, please visit our website at voiceoftheinlandempire.com, where you can see a complete archive of past shows and guests. We have a wonderful show lined up for you today, so don't go away. We will be right back. We are here at one of my favorite places in the world, the Renaissance Pleasure Fair, and I am joined, and I'm a little fearful here, by Grace O'Malley, one of the most famous female pirates of her time.
True.
And Grace, why are you famed as a female pirate? Just because, there weren't a lot of you?
There are not a lot of female pirates during this time, let alone women allowed on ships. There's this rumor going around that we make the ship unlucky. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's one woman on a boat full of men gets a little iffy.
That's interesting, because often you would think that you might get lucky.
Well...
That's another whole topic.
That's a whole other story, my lord. I don't think we have time for that story. That's a long story.
No. But I'm assuming as a pirate you are rather fearsome and not to be trifled with?
To a certain extent. Here's something you may not know. Captains of ships during the period we are in now are elected by their crew. So
really?
Much like any politician, yes, I own the boat and that makes me useful. But if I am unkind to my crew, then they could vote me out and vote someone in.
You could be voted off the island.
Mutiny does not happen. Mutiny is not a thing. You just vote someone else into the job.
Wow.
So I have to be a little bit politic in the way I handle people in situations because I have my crew to consider.
That makes sense. So in the middle of the night, anyone that ticks you off, you just throw them overboard and no one knows.
Shh, we don't talk about the plank walking. It's between you and me.
Well, here's what I do want to talk about. Tell me about RenQuest. I've been following the Renaissance Fair for years, and I only recently have learned about this. What is RenQuest?
RenQuest, to sum it up, is an interactive adventure that our guests can come in to our show and play almost like they were part of the town itself.
Wow.
They go and they meet people they wouldn't normally talk to. They have adventures, they find objects, they get to watch sword fighting, they get to be part of the show while still being at the show.
So anyone that's ever said, gosh, it would be great to work the show, but is probably out of range for...
This is like the gateway to that. This is how you learn to interact with us. Because a lot of people are very fearful based on how we're dressed. They don't know how to approach us. The accents kind of make it a little frightening for them. So this is really a way for us to invite them in and be part of this big show we've put on.
So how does someone sign up to part? And is this for like a day or for the whole run or what is it? And how do they sign up?
We run two different options depending on what you want to do with your day. We have RenQuest, which is we gauge it sort of at 16 and older as our age bracket, which allows people who can keep time schedules because some things happen at specific times during the day. And they spend the morning looking for the gems in the belt of Hippolyta for me so that I can meet the queen in the afternoon, which is a meeting they help me broker. And all the time they're trying to avoid the city of Deptford, that's where we are, constables, because, well, being a pirate, everything you do is sort of illegal.
Sort of. So this sounds really, it's almost like living a video game.
A little bit. I like to call it sort of a gateway into live action role playing. It doesn't have a lot of complicated rules like a lot of gaming systems do, but it makes you familiar with that style of back and forth role playing, so that you can get into those sorts of things more easily.
So come in costume, sign up. Now, how do they sign up? Online?
They can sign up right here, just inside the front gate where we are now. There is an information booth, and they show up and they say, hey, I want to play RenQuest, or hey, I want to do something a little less time constraining but more interactive, so I want to play Tween Quest. And we get them started. It is $10 for a day of RenQuest, and that runs all day. $7 for a game of Tween Quest, which runs all day but at your own pace.
Wow. Well, Captain Kelly, you have educated me a lot about not only what it means to be the captain of a pirate vessel, but about RenQuest and a wonderful opportunity to really participate in the Renaissance Pleasure Fair.
Well, thank you.
So thank you for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, my lord.
We've got more yet to come. Don't go away.
Charlie's Stars and Stripes in Old Town Upland is one of my favorite places to go for food, for drink, and for great entertainment. Located at 296 2nd Street in Old Town Upland, just north of the gazebo and just east of Euclid Avenue. This is a wonderful place with a broad menu, variety, great drinks, great fun, and marvelous people. They have weekly specials. These are my favorites. Check out their Monday night $5.99 steak dinner. How can you go wrong? They have specials virtually every night of the week. And then they have entertainment going on all the time, from trivia contests to karaoke to dancing to some of the best cover bands you'll ever hear on Fridays and Saturday nights. Check them out on Yelp, check them out on Facebook, or come on by and say you heard about them on Voice of the Inland Empire. I love it so much here. This is where we're shooting the show, right here from the bar at Charlie's Stars and Stripes in Old Town Upland. Come on by. Any evening, who knows, you may just see me here having dinner and a drink.
We are here with Robert Dudley, the Earl of Leicester, and the ambassador of the horse?
No, I'm the master of the horse.
Oh, the master of the horse.
That's correct.
And the carer of the Queen's falcon?
Well, this is just her bird. It's a little kestrel by the name of Mash. It's just for sport hunting, just to give it a little exercise during the course of the day. When Her Majesty comes around this afternoon, we'll have ourselves a quick little hunt just to get the blood flowing, and then perhaps we'll sit down and have lunch.
A full-size falcon?
This is indeed. This is the smallest of all falcons, the kestrel.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Aye, she is. She knows it, too.
So what do you do other than babysit falcons for the Queen? What do you, as the Earl of Leicester, what is your job?
Well, of course, I am the Earl of County Leicestershire, which means that all the people who live within the county pay taxes to me, and of course then I pay taxes under Her Majesty. And there is the exchange of goods and tariffs and trade and all of these things which goes into being an Earl. Very busy. I have people to attend to many of these matters for me, but you understand as such. I'm also the master of the horse. Which means? Well, I will elucidate. The master of the horse is he who is given the task of making certain that all the transportation for the realm of royalty here in goodly England is fit, meet, and amiable. So, let me, for instance, offer up, I have practices for breeding horses so that we have the best stock. I have practices for bringing horses from abroad that are perhaps faster, perhaps stronger, and then we breed them into our goodly English thoroughbreds and the like. And then we have the delightful and lovely horses that Her Majesty might ride. These sorts of things.
Nice. And you oversee, so you are a busy guy.
Oh, of course. My heavens. No time to talk to you at all.
But I so appreciate you making the time. And you know, we just recently spoke with Captain Grace O'Malley,
indeed.
Who enlightened us about RenQuest, and one of the ways to make that an even more fun experience would be to dress as you do here in your realm.
Indeed.
And I believe we're at a place where that could be accomplished.
Indubitably, my good friend. Yes, you see, here at Belrose costumes, you can manifest yourself in all manner of attire. Things like unto pirates, thieves, beggars, town busy women, anything you could imagine. Knights, earls. I particularly fancy the dress of an earl, as you could see. And whatever your fancy doth desire, they have it here at Belrose Costumes. And there are many other things which you could bedeck yourself in finery and fashion, which you might bestride the town like a colossus, loving every minute of immersive experience that this has to offer you.
And, you know, for anyone that's visited your realm year after year, but always dressed in the way of their realm, it really changes the experience when you dress as your folk dress.
You become, as the saying doth go, one of us. We welcome you in fully. We will embrace you like unto the which you've never been embraced before. Not in a sort of uncomfortable way, but in the manner that is like we are kindred spirits.
How fun.
'Tis
and
indeed.
You can rent here, and some people eventually end up buying or creating their own.
Verily, yes. It becomes a trade, a sort of thing that one practices throughout the course of the year, so that whenever thou walkest through these goodly gates, you have the most marvelous machinations to put upon thyself.
And there is lots of ways throughout the fair that you can then accessorize
'Tis indeed
your
true.
accoutrements.
Indeed. We sell hats, we sell flower garlands, we sell belts. There is any number and manner of things that you could even imagine, my friend.
And did you not tell me that your attire today is based solely so you match your lovely bird
Tis
friend?
true. A man must know how to goodly accessorize, and the bird is stuck with these colors, so I had my tailor put to me this goodly suit.
Well, Sir Robert, thank you for enlightening us about what you do, the fair, and how anyone can feel as if they are part of your town and family.
My great pleasure, my friend. God buy you, friends.
Thank you. We have more to come. Don't go away.
Charlie's Stars and Stripes in Old Town Upland is one of my favorite places to go for food, for drink, and for great entertainment. Located at 296 2nd Street in Old Town Upland, just north of the gazebo and just east of Euclid Avenue. This is a wonderful place with a broad menu, variety, great drinks, great fun, and marvelous people. They have weekly specials. These are my favorites. Check out their Monday night $5.99 steak dinner. How can you go wrong? They have specials virtually every night of the week. And then they have entertainment going on all the time, from trivia contests to karaoke to dancing to some of the best cover bands you'll ever hear on Fridays and Saturday nights. Check them out on Yelp, check them out on Facebook, or come on by and say you heard about them on Voice of the Inland Empire. I love it so much here. This is where we're shooting the show, right here from the bar at Charlie's Stars and Stripes in Old Town Upland. Come on by. Any evening, who knows, you may just see me here having dinner and a drink.
We are joined by Mistress Bennett Bauer, and we spoke with you last season, and I understand, Mistress Bauer, that you've gotten a bit of a raise, so to speak.
I indeed, for I am this year betrothed to the good Lord Mayor, my darling Barnabas Bliss.
And we chatted with him last year as
Indeed.
well,
Yes.
and so what does that mean to be betrothed to Lord Mayor?
Well, indeed, I am engaged, and that do mean that once he finally do set the date that we will be married, and I will go from being an innkeeper's daughter to the Lady Mayor of our shire.
To the Lady Mayor.
Aye.
So that means I'm going to have to, be nice to you.
Well, nay, not nice, but you must reverence me. Indeed, indeed.
I love that, reverence me.
Yay.
Well, Mistress Bennett, there is something here in your shire truly for everybody.
Aye.
Not just for adults, but families and stuff for kids.
Yea, all ages there be welcome here within our Shire. We do have shows upon the stage of magic. We do have shows of the wondrous birds of prey, which I know that you did see with Lord Leicester. And we have even a kids' militia, that the children may come, they may learn how to fight, and put on a demonstration for the Queen herself upon the jousting arena.
And that is fun because they practice and then they're out in front of everybody in the arena.
Indeed.
Where the jousts take place.
Yay.
And the kids love it.
They do, and we do love it, for it is the next generation of our militia.
And there's, I don't know how many stages here, but must be dozens.
Indeed.
With all, from comedy acts to magic to plays to
Singing.
somewhat distorted Shakespeare.
Indeed, yay. And there'll be songs for all ages as well, of all levels and interests, yay. The good Lord Mayor do have his own show, and the Queen, when she does progress about, she does take upon the stage as well to greet her people.
And if you like food...
If you like food, God's teeth, there is food through the entire Shire. Everything from fish and chips and now sushi, cinnamon on a stick.
Wait.
What?
Sushi?
Well, indeed, we are a port town. Would we not have some fine fish?
Okay.
Indeed. We do have lovely meat pies, which do be my favorite, I say. Desserts, fruit ices, the list goes on. And of course, the good standard English bangers and mash.
But you left out my personal favorite.
And what do that be?
The giant turkey legs.
Oh, in sooth.
You
How
can't
could
come
you
here
not?
without a giant turkey leg.
Tis true. In sooth, I did see me a pikeman of last weekend who were running about with 3, one in each hand and one stuffed so far deep into his gullet, I knew not how he was still breathing.
So really something for everybody.
Aye.
And I'm looking forward next year to addressing you as...
Lady Mayor, indeed.
Lady Mayor.
Indeed.
Well, thank you so much, and we're going to continue to enjoy the rest of our day here in your wonderful Shire.
I am pleased to know it, and I hope that you will find something to entertain and feed yourself well with.
I'll feed my stomach and my soul.
Indeed.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
We've got more to come.
Hi, this is Corey Chalmers, host of the TV show Hoarders and president of SteriClean Inc. 5% of the population suffers from hoarding behaviors. Are you or a loved one overwhelmed with clutter? If so, let our caring and compassionate specialists support you every step of the way, drama-free. Give us a call at 1-800-HOARDERS for a free estimate or visit hoarders.com. SteriClean has offices nationwide to assist you. Please call us at 1-800-HOARDERS. That's 1-800-462-7337.
We are standing here at the entrance to Gamers Row. Now, we've been snuck in a little bit early before the crowds. This is one of my favorite places, games of challenge and chance. And I pretty much stink at all of them. But let's go try some and see how I do. Much for the lessons. That was a lot of fun. Onward and outward. All right, so what have we established so far here at the Renaissance Pleasure Fair? We have established that I stink at darts, I'm worse at javelin, and I could maybe in time be okay throwing axes, which is something that, quite frankly, I need to do on a regular basis. Not. So I'm here with Mark in the Sword and More shop. And Mark, you just heard I stink at all these things. Would you give me something and maybe a quick lesson so I can practice and next year come out here and prove that I'm a manly man, not a wimpy loser at this stuff?
Well, I can't make any guarantees on your skill set, but the weaponry we sell here, we actually craft ourselves.
Oh,
And
really?
So we do have certain weapons that are specifically designed to be thrown. We make throwing knives of different styles, both in small, what you'd refer to as a dart commonly, or a larger dagger that's balanced so that that can be thrown as well. Or, if you'd like, we do make a Viking-style axe.
You know, I look at all of this stuff, and all I think of is how I wish I had this when I was raising my children.
Well, did you have spare children? Did you have enough that you could lose a couple?
All right,
These are actually
and
built
what
for
about the
adults.
manly art of the sword fight? I see lots of swords here.
Indeed, indeed. One detail that was quite important was training with a wooden sword first, so that when you get into an actual sword fight, you still have both hands to
And
go
both
to fight.
arms,
Yeah.
and so we don't want to do a Monty Python
All
here.
your fingers, things like that. Yeah, the flesh wounds do make it a little more difficult to get into a fight. But
with
since you
that
are such
said-
a manly man, let's go for the biggest sword. We have the claymore here.
So you're telling me that size does matter?
Oh, well, it definitely is a factor.
Okay, how do I look, folks? That there are people standing behind my videographer laughing uncontrollably at how silly.
There's no way this could go wrong.
I must
No
really
way.
look. And if I was to pivot quickly without thinking, we'd have a complete decapitation here. So
Well-
tell me about this sword.
This is a claymore, which is the iconic blade like from Braveheart or something like that. It's the Scottish version of a greatsword. But pretty much every culture decided at some point, let's make a giant sword. This is just the Scottish
and roughly,
version.
what does this weigh?
This is about 3 to 4 pounds. Historically could be heavier because they would have been using much cruder metal. We have modern high carbon steel. Could you hold this for a second?
Oh, look at that. But the reason why I asked that is we've all seen the movies.
Sure.
You know, imagine, and this really is not light. Imagine wielding this during a battle.
Yes, you had to do all that working out for the stamina before the battle. Like you're saying, practicing your throwing before next year is a good idea.
Yeah,
because
this
it
is
doesn't
heavy.
magically.
You know, I
happen.
could do battle with that for probably up to 10 or 15 seconds, and then I would just be dead. Well, Mark, thank you so much. Oh, what do we got here?
Just something that might be a little more your size.
I'm not even going to comment on that. But this is light. It protects my hand. I can parry. I can thrust. And I could probably do all kinds of bad things with it. So there you go.
Well, good luck on your adventures, Ron.
Mark, thank you for enlightening us. And on we go. Well, well, well. I was told that this is where I would find the deepest group of ladies in the Shire.
Oh, that has no idea how deep you be.
And I don't think I'm going to try to guess. So who do we have here?
My name be Jillian Gray.
Anne?
I am Prudence Smythe.
Anne?
Rebecca Carpenter.
And in the back here? Juniper Leach and of the Guild of St. Michael's. And we have the ladies of the well. Say hi, ladies. So I've got to ask, and I know that I really, really shouldn't.
Choose your words.
But what is it you're doing here?
At the moment, I am churning butter. I am handling the wood well, making things very creamy.
You're handling the wood well, or you're handling the wood at the well?
Yes.
Yes. And is this a complicated, is that something that I, as a lower male persuasion could do as well as a female could.
I'm sure thou couldst. I'm sure thou canst not do it as well as I can.
Well, do I need? Was there a proper way to handle the wood?
Hold it firmly and up and down with the twist.
Up and down with the twist. Now,
See, you've done this before.
I was going to say, is this supposed to be feeling good?
You tell me.
We heard from the well only, and you know what? This is not only the best wood I've ever seen, but I'm detecting the best cream ever.
Oh, thou hast no idea how good this will turn out. Come back later after I've salted it.
All right, we will come back later and maybe even sample the salted cream. Thank you, ladies all. Bye-bye.
Charlie's Stars and Stripes in Old Town Upland is one of my favorite places to go for food, for drink, and for great entertainment. Located at 296 2nd Street in Old Town Upland, just north of the gazebo and just east of Euclid Avenue. This is a wonderful place with a broad menu, variety, great drinks, great fun, and marvelous people. They have weekly specials. These are my favorites. Check out their Monday night $5.99 steak dinner. How can you go wrong? They have specials virtually every night of the week. And then they have entertainment going on all the time, from trivia contests to karaoke to dancing to some of the best cover bands you'll ever hear on Fridays and Saturday nights. Check them out on Yelp, check them out on Facebook, or come on by and say you heard about them on Voice of the Inland Empire. I love it so much here. This is where we're shooting the show, right here from the bar at Charlie's Stars and Stripes in Old Town Upland. Come on by. Any evening, who knows, you may just see me here having dinner and a drink.
Hi, this is Corey Chalmers, host of the TV show Hoarders and president of Clean Inc. 5% of the population suffers from hoarding behaviors. Are you or a loved one overwhelmed with clutter? If so, let our caring and compassionate specialists support you every step of the way, drama-free. Give us a call at 1-800-HOARDERS for a free estimate or visit hoarders.com. Clean has offices nationwide to assist you. Please call us at 1-800-HOARDERS. That's 1-800-462-7337.
I'm so glad you all joined us for another episode of Voice of the Inland Empire. I've enjoyed all of our guests, and especially being here at the Renaissance Pleasure Fair, where apparently I've slightly overstayed my welcome. We'll see you again next time. Goodbye for now.